Well, I'm here in the laundromat again, and I wanted to go ahead and make a video about another topic that I think more people need to at least discuss and have a stance on. And that is, when is it okay to kill someone? When is it okay to take life? When is it the right thing to do? Here we have in the Bible, the King James Version, which has been deemed by scholars to be the noblest of all English prose. This is in Exodus 20, verse 13, part of the Ten Commandments here. It says, "Thou shalt not kill." Now, it's important that you take things within context. Context is the key, and Scripture is the best interpreter of Scripture, okay? As we move on through the Bible, we're going to come across the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. And in this story, or in this in this book of the Bible, we find the story of David and Goliath, okay? Most of us know that story. Goliath had been taunting basically Israel, I believe it was for 40 days at this point. You can go ahead and check if I'm right or wrong on that. It had been a while. Everyone was afraid. Nobody wanted to fight him. And he said that if they sent out one person to fight him and they killed him, that the Philistines would be the Israelites' servants. And the flip side of that coin was that if he won, the Israelites would have to be the Philistines' servants. So this is an evil guy that was threatening the freedom, basically, of everyone in the kingdom. Okay, he wanted to, pretty much sounds like he wanted to take out their government and oppress everyone. Okay, so David was the only one that decided he was going to stick up, and here's what happened here, verse 49. Actually, we'll start at verse 48 right here. It came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. Okay, that means David went out there very fast. David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, so that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword, and drew it out of the sheath therefore, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. Here David kills someone, okay? He took the life of Goliath, the Philistine giant. And as a result of that, all the rest of the people that were going to aid in oppressing the Israelites fled. Basically, what you have here is David is earning everyone's freedom to some degree, okay? I believe ultimately it was God that kept the Israelites free, but David went out and took on the oppressor and killed him, okay? There is a difference between killing someone and murdering someone. And it's, even if you kill someone on accident, that's not a good thing. As a matter of fact, in the Old Testament, if you took someone's life on accident, you had to flee to a city of refuge. And there were people, they were like these blood avengers, these avengers of blood, that they would chase you. They felt it was their responsibility, and it was looked at as their responsibility to hunt you down and take your life because you took the life of their family member. If you were at the city gate on your way in there, if my memory serves me correctly, if you had not entered the city of refuge, they could kill you at the gate. You had to get inside, okay? It could even be that once you reached the gate, you were safe, but I know that pretty much you had to reach that city of refuge to some degree of safety. Otherwise, the blood avengers could take your life, okay? So it's bad to take life on accident, okay? Sometimes it happens. It's not your fault. We're a little bit more understanding of that here in America. But, life is sacred, and back then people took things a lot more seriously than we did. And there's a difference between murdering someone, killing out of malice and anger, hatred. There's a difference between that and killing someone because if you don't take their life, they're going to kill you, or they're going to oppress all your people, and ruin your nation. So anyone who says that something like, the troops are bad because they're killing all the terrorists, no, actually, they're doing the right thing. They are keeping the people who cannot defend themselves free from the monsters out there that would enslave them. I hope this answers some questions. I figured the Bible's a good source to go to on a topic like this. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you would like. I'm interested in hearing what some of you have to say. Thank you very much for all your support. Semper Fi, and God bless.